The urge to protect means staying on the lookout to help keep others from harm. At Pfizer, we're driven by this impulse. We've reached hundreds of millions of lives with our COVID-19 response, and we keep innovating. Whatever comes next, we will respond fiercely, like family.
What's your name again?
Whitney Elizabeth Houston.
Monday on ET, before Whitney's story hits the big screen, our flashback with the woman behind the icon.
God gave me something really great, and he doesn't give it to everybody.
From never-before-seen interviews to personal stories from her closest friends.
She was ready to live, ready to start a new chapter.
All right, before we go, you know comedian George Lopez stars alongside his real-life daughter, Mayan, on their sitcom, Lopez versus Lopez. Well, tonight...
Just in time for the holidays, George is reuniting with someone from his former TV family, and only E.T. was on set. This is a good one, y'all. Good night.
This is the best gift ever!
Yeah, and it didn't cost me nothing.
It's an ex-TV wife saying,
Happening now.
Today kicks off the winter break for students, and we'll tell you how to keep your kids' tummies full over the next 2 weeks.
As we head into the weekend, we need to prepare for some cooler temperatures. We'll get into that and our next chance of rain, which is just around the corner, along with an even stronger cold front. I'll see you in a bit.
And everybody's feeling it. That trip to the grocery store is costing all of us more. We're going to do a price check and show you what has nearly doubled in 1 year. The News at 5 starts right now. And first at 5, breaking news from Bernie. A fatal crash causing some backups along I-10, Sky 12 flying over the scene. That is I-10 that you see below us. And you can see there is no traffic moving. That is the crash scene that you see just at the bottom part of the screen.
Yeah, all the traffic has had to exit off to access roads, and that is causing a huge backup that you need to be aware of if you're planning on using I-10. Bernie police say all of the westbound lanes have been shut down from Christus Parkway past Highway 46. We don't have too many details about what happened in that crash, but we do know as of 4:45, it is a fatal crash. We're working to learn more, and we'll have more updates for you as they come in. We also have more breaking news over on the city's west side. A man in his 20s dead. He was shot at an apartment complex this afternoon.
A search for 3 men believed to be involved now underway. It happened around 2 o'clock on Mira Vista. That's Mira Vista in Culebra. San Antonio police tell us the victim had just returned home from a fast food restaurant. Went inside for a bit. When he came out, a white sedan drove by and someone inside fired shots, striking that man twice.
The man made his way back into the apartment, but he there collapsed and died shortly after. SAPD is still searching for that white sedan along with the 3 men. We have no motive so far.
It's happened again. An inmate at the Bexar County Jail dies in custody while being held on a low-level criminal trespassing charge. Sheriff's officials today confirming the death of 47-year-old Derek Ellison. He'd been held at the jail since June on a $1,500 bond. Ellison suffered an apparent medical episode in his cell December 4th. Died hours later at University Hospital. Ellison, at least the 3rd inmate to die since the end of 2018 while held on a low bond for a misdemeanor trespassing charge. He was arrested in late February on an unrelated assault charge, was able to bond out on that more serious charge within 10 days of being booked into jail.
It is the start of the winter holiday break, and for too many families, the hunger will now set in, especially for some students, many of whom are going to lose access to at least 2 meals a day.
Yeah, it's why some school districts are thinking ahead. Camelia Juarez shows us the resources available to families that may need just a little more help stocking their pantry this holiday.
So we have a lot of kids who don't have the means to just have food in their pantry.
With school out for winter, it can be a challenge for some parents to come up with extra meals at home. But the San Antonio Food Bank has partnered with some school districts like Northside ISD to provide food for those in need and closer to home. Sarah Phillips with the Carnahan Elementary Food Pantry says the pantry isn't just for registered students that qualify for free lunch, but it can also be a resource for the community.
Anybody that needs it. So if it's a family who has kids that are out of school or too young for school, but they qualify.
Parents in the area just need to fill out this form. It's good for the year, and then every week they can come in before or after school to pick up these items for their pantry.
The nonprofit company Community First provides free, standing, weatherproof food pantries. The food pantries are available for anyone, but they have focused on the South Side, partnering with Harlandale ISD.
People need access 24/7, and the food bank may not be open 24/7.
Take what you can, leave what you can, no form needed. Community First refills the pantry monthly or sooner upon request.
By not having people sign up, you can come any hour of the day, any time of the day, and it's something that the community that you're in can really get involved in. So you're not driving across town, you can drive to the closest one near your home.
There is an online map of all the locations throughout the city. If your business or church would like an outdoor food pantry nearby, we have a food pantry request form on our website, KSAT.com. Camalia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
Today, after a cool morning at 42 degrees, we warmed up to nearly 70, 69 the high temperature today. That's 4 degrees above average, but get ready for temperatures to fall below average this upcoming weekend. Right now, Del Rio at 58, but we're 67 in Floresville, near 70 in Panna Maria. You know, the cloud cover, or lack thereof, depending on where you are, is what makes all the difference in terms of temperatures today. Lavernia is 62, but then you get up into Bernie with more clouds, and it's 54 degrees. We have a lot to talk about in the days ahead. Cooler temperatures this weekend, a promising chance of rain right around the corner, and then the strongest cold front yet hits us next week. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you so much, Adam. Looking outside with TransGuide, this is I-10 at Callahan. As you can see, a lot of traffic there on the exit ramps, but further down the road, that's where the big problems are. I-10 westbound lanes closed due to an accident.
Yeah, that's in the Bernie area, kind of around Highway 46, to give you an idea what we're talking about. Well, we've learned the name of the person killed along I-35 early yesterday morning. They've been identified as Christopher Gray. According to SAPD, the 35-year-old involved in a crash with the driver of an 18-wheeler near Division Avenue about 5 a.m. Gray and the other driver exited their vehicles on the highway to exchange information. That's when Gray was hit by a truck. He died at the scene. It's unclear if that driver will face charges.
One person in critical condition after crashing in far west Bexar County last night. This was the crash a little before 9 last night on Pioneer Estate near Highway 90. It's not too far from Castroville. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office tells us that a driver crossed the median, hit another driver head on. Both of those drivers are okay, but the passenger in the vehicle that caused the crash did get hurt. It's unclear if charges will be coming. A man in custody tonight for stealing lottery tickets from several different stores and then cashing them in. According to San Antonio police, arresting 35-year-old Alex Vasquez. It's in connection with those thefts. SAPD says Vasquez would enter the stores, steal the entire lottery ticket case, and then he would eventually cash them in for prizes. That is called committing lottery fraud. Vasquez is now facing multiple state felony charges of theft.
The San Antonio Fire Department trying to determine what caused a fire at a vacant home this morning. It happened in a neighborhood off Old Highway 90 on Jesse Street. Flames reported by a neighbor about 6:30 this morning. By the time they were put out, not much left of the structure.
The rear portion of the house had the severe fire, so the walls collapsed, and all that was left is a big oven and chimney.
Firefighters at the scene say it appeared the house was being used by people experiencing homelessness, possibly inside just trying to keep warm. They want to remind everyone as the colder temperatures continue, be safe when you're warming your home, especially when you're using a space heater.
We want to head over to the White House where President Joe Biden is calling on veterans to go ahead and sign up for PAC Act benefits. That's the program that expands funding for veterans who suffered from complications from their exposure to toxic burn pits during their service, and includes $280 billion in federal funding. It's all set aside for veterans' health care for those who served in the Vietnam War all the way to post 9/11 conflicts overseas.
Many, when they came home, had gone the best trained, fittest warriors in the world, and came home with headaches, numbness, dizziness, cancer.
It's believed more than 185,000 veterans have already signed up for PACT Act benefits, but there are more than 3 times that many who have undergone new PACT Act toxic exposure screenings, with close to 40% reporting concerns about exposure to harmful substances. You can find out more about how to apply at va.gov or by calling the phone number on your screen. It is 800-698-2411.
It's official. The 2023 Martin Luther King Jr. March is on, and it's happening in person for the first time in 2 years. It's one of the largest marches in the nation, usually the largest. The theme of the 36th annual event is Together We Can Be the Dream. It was announced today by the MLK Commission. The theme created by Shonda Hopkins Loesch, whose entry was selected out of more than 220 submissions. Next year will be the first in-person march in 2 years, as we said, following the virtual events because of the pandemic. The march scheduled for January 16th.
There's some good news. Inflation is easing up in some areas, but take a look at your grocery store receipt. Not so much.
Yeah, to find out exactly how much foodflation is hurting your wallet, 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz is tracking the same curbside grocery order from the same store again. Here's what she found, and we're not going to like it.
Week after week, shoppers see groceries devour more of their money. Families like the Millers.
We used to be able to get like a basket of groceries and spend maybe like $200. And now we don't even fill up a basket and we're almost sitting at that price, and scary.
How scary? We crunched the numbers and found the very same cart of groceries that cost $206 2 years ago and $226 last December is now, get this, nearly $260.
We've had a lot of things that create turmoil in the marketplace all happen at once.
Agriculture economist David Anderson says drought, transportation costs, worker shortages, and bird flu drove prices way up. Just the cost of feeding the family breakfast is eye-opening.
Take eggs. A year ago, $2.82 would buy you a dozen eggs. Now that same amount will get you this, just 6 eggs.
The price of eggs is up a whopping 89% in just 1 year. Want toast with that breakfast? Our bread is up 50%. Oatmeal is up 58%. Orange juice is 21% higher than last year. And here's a jolt. Coffee is up 22%. On the sunny side, bacon dropped in price. Foodflation has hit every aisle. Apples up 20%, potatoes 44%, and ice cream, it's up too, 34%. But some of the beefiest price jumps have eased up. Ribeye steak is 4% cheaper than last year.
I think there's still room for beef prices to decline. Pork, they have turned a corner and started to decline, as have chicken prices at retail.
And good news for guac lovers. Avocado prices are down too. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
You've probably heard about the uptick in viruses this season. Maybe you or a loved one have even been sick. Well, doctors say there's a new virus on their radar. The advice they have for you when we come back.
I'm Myra Arthur here in the newsroom. Tonight at 6, a heartbreaking story involving a mother from Poth, and it is hard to believe.
I don't think any other woman could go through what she's gone through and still have the outlook that she has.
This mother had a baby in October, and just days later, she had both her hands and feet amputated. We talked with her husband about what happened and how this family is doing now. Plus, a program meant to ease the pain of lengthy construction on local businesses. It's not easing much for those business owners. Hear what the city is proposing and what those owners say they're really looking for. And it is the season of giving, but also a time of year when the need is great. We're talking with Eric Cooper from the San Antonio Food Bank about ways that you can help and get help. It's all in our KSAT Q&A today at 6. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Myra. See you at 6 o'clock. All right, let's turn to the latest on the surge of winter viruses now. The White House announcing Americans can once again get free COVID testing kits.
But cases of COVID, the flu, and RSV are all going up across the country. ABC's Rita Roy explains health officials now have another virus they're tracking. It's a new strain of strep.
Across the country, the triple-demic tightening its grip.
I was scared that
he wasn't going to make it.
This 10-year-old who has underlying health conditions came down with the flu and was put on a ventilator. 2 weeks later, he's still in the ICU. Tristan hadn't gotten the flu shot yet. His dad now urging others to do so.
I'd hate to see anybody else have to go through this.
45 states reporting very high or high levels of flu-like activity. This Michigan family had 3 of their children hospitalized with the virus, including 7-year-old June.
She had a high fever, body aches, and she was lethargic.
Cases of RSV and COVID also impacting hospitals.
Our emergency department has been seeing about 170% of our usual daily volume.
White House officials trying to stay on top of the growing numbers, offering free COVID test kits to Americans once again.
We have the know-how to manage this moment. And that means protecting people, preventing hospitalizations and deaths.
Children's hospitals in at least 4 states, including Washington, Texas, and Arizona, seeing an unusual number of cases. And 2 children have died in Colorado.
What we're seeing is the rise of a number of pathogens that are now coming out from having essentially been dormant over the last few years with all the mitigation efforts.
The CDC is now investigating the uptick in those strep A cases. One doctor saying the ongoing shortage of the oral version of the antibiotic amoxicillin could be exacerbating the situation. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Taking a look outside with live cam. We had a pretty nice day today. Temperatures got up there.
Yeah, that sunshine went a long way earlier today. Now the clouds are filling in, and it's going to be fairly cloudy through the night and a little breezy this evening. Overall, just cool and breezy this evening with temperatures falling down into the 40s. But I want to talk morning low temperatures and the trend that's on the way. Tomorrow morning, around 42, just like earlier today. Sunday morning, you'll feel a chill at 35. But I really want to skip ahead to this time next week. Next Friday, we're looking at a morning temperature down in the lower 20s, our first freeze in San Antonio, and a hard freeze for our first freeze, very likely by next Friday. So let's talk about it all with our overall weather pattern, starting with our current readings, and then we're actually going to take you to Siberia, where the cold air is coming from. So looking at our current numbers, near 50 for the hill country, and then 60 in parts of town. Port SA at 60, Castroville even 64, but Kerrville and Comfort right now at 51. So here's the big picture. The blues and pinks indicate the colder temperatures on the map across the lower 48 right now. And this is directly related to our upper level wind pattern. When you get these big counterclockwise circulations aloft that drop southward, it pulls the cooler air south. Think of it as the opposite of the big blue H. That's basically what it is. So it's the opposite of the upper level high. Right now, it's not the Arctic cold air. It's just technically polar air that's in place. Temperatures in the 20s and some teens in the core of it in the Northland. But I want to take you not just to Alaska and Canada, but we're going to go all the way to Siberia. Often this time of year, especially when there's a good long snowpack over Siberia, the cold air is generated there. Right now, parts of Siberia, Yakutsk, minus 56 degrees at the moment. That's Fahrenheit, okay? Minus 56 Fahrenheit. And that cold air, what it often does is it gets steered up and over the North Pole and then spreads down into the Northwest Territories. It's actually going to kind of skip around most of Alaska and head into the Northwest Territories by Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, it drops into the lower 48, and by Thursday, we get clipped by that colder air. Of course, the core of the cold air is going to be off to the north of us, and this air does modify and warm up a little bit as it plunges southward. It gets to areas where we don't have snow on the ground, and you also get more daylight. But it's going to be the coldest air that we've seen yet this season. It's going to last. Notice Sunday, December 25th, Christmas. We're going to still feel the chill through Christmas Day, and then likely warm up pretty quickly by the following Monday. So here's our high temperature trend. 50s basically this weekend, all the way into next week. It's next Friday. We have that morning freeze of about 22, and then by Friday afternoon, I think we'll only make it to near 40 for the afternoon high. So this is going to be a hard-hitting cold front that arrives on Thursday. Temperatures Thursday afternoon and Thursday night will be falling off quickly. But we also have a chance of rain to talk about. Some clouds filling in right now and a few sprinkles with some energy coming in from the west. Basically negligible moisture tonight. It's this swirl right here in the Pacific, just west of Los Angeles. That's going to be headed our way and get here on Monday and give us a more promising chance of rain. Really quick look at our futurecast. Monday's looking good, 60% chance we're thinking, and maybe up to a half an inch in some of the luckiest locations. But as early as the morning commute on Monday, I am expecting some areas of rain. As for tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, a sunny afternoon, 42 in the morning. Later on in the day, we'll be at 56 degrees, and Sunday, mainly gray, still in the mid-50s. The big changes, as we mentioned, they arrive next Thursday.
Ooh, we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Thank you, Adam.
All right, is a trip to Orlando what UTSA needed to cure their bowl woes?
Well, right now they're going to be playing from behind the fourth quarter. And when we come back, we'll show you what, we'll bring you up to date on what is actually happening in Orlando. Also, when we come back, Cardinals are a chance to play for a national championship, but they have to get by one more opponent tonight. That's North Dakota State, and Bernie in the state title game as we speak. Coming up. And right out of the gate, let's check that UTSA score. Still in the fourth quarter, and UTSA is playing from behind right now, 18-12 to Troy. The University of the Incarnate Word Cardinals will kick off their FCS semifinals game against North Dakota State in Fargo just over a half hour from now. The Cardinals have already made school history by reaching this point in the playoffs with their 12-1 record. Now they have the tall task of knocking off the defending champs of their own Fargo Dome, where they've only lost one game. But if there is a team that can do it, it's the Cardinals, who have stunned the world to get to this point by knocking off number 2 seed Sacramento State in Sacramento last week, 66-63, the highest scoring game in FCS playoff history. The Cardinals have been preparing for distractions in this dome.
We're kind of playing some loud music and stuff like that. We know it's going to be loud, but I think we'll be able to operate pretty well within that atmosphere. It's home field advantage for a reason for them, so we'll be ready when that time comes.
All right, kickoff is at 6 p.m. Highlights for you tonight on the Night Beat. The Bernie Greyhounds take the field at AT&T Stadium for the first time in program history in the state finals, ready to face reigning state champs China Spring in the 4A Division I championship game. Bernie strikes first early in the first quarter. Quarterback Jackson Bays pass deflects right to his brother, in fact, Braden Bays, and he's gone 79 yards to the house. Greyhound leads 7-0 on the ensuing drive. China Spring looking to answer back, but this pass is intercepted by Brendan Lavada. Greyhounds take over at midfield, and they capitalize. This time, Jackson lobs it up to Braden in the end zone, and it makes a juggling grab for the 16-yard score. Bernie opens up with a 21-0 lead, and they held up at halftime 21-7. Let's check the score right now. It is in the third quarter, and it's tied up now at 21-all. Earlier in the morning, Wimberley put their undefeated record on the line against 15-0 Carthage in the Class 4A Division II state championship game. Bulldogs opened things up early in the first quarter. Connor Cuff hits Noah Patty in stride for an 82-yard touchdown, his second touchdown of the game. Carthage leads 21-0 after one quarter of play. Second quarter, Wimberley trying to get something going. Quarterback Cody Stover here goes deep for True Couch, who makes the grab, fights for the extra yards, but the ball comes out. He's going down at the same time. Carthage recovers and promptly turns that into a touchdown. Bulldogs led 35-0 halftime. The final from AT&T Stadium, 42-0 Carthage.
I couldn't have asked for a better season. I mean, it didn't end the way that we wanted to, but I had so much fun just playing with my brothers, and it was awesome.
Really super proud of them and the growth that we've had this year from the start of the season till now to be able to finish it up here. So it's pretty awesome.
Congratulations, Wimberley, on a great season. Good luck to Bernie. Hopefully they can pull that win out.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg.
We'll be right back. Thanks so much for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.